to number 11. Okay, Valencia, why E? Clark, good explanation.
I chose E because they're talking about that. Well, they're saying that for future missions they need, a specific amount of medical knowledge for those people that will, I guess, live in spacecraft for an extended amount of time. So, I chose E because I assume that, I guess, or whoever's in the spaceships have not lived within the spaceship for, a certain amount of time, and they know that they're susceptible to medical problems. I noticed insurmountable is kind of sweeping, but the other ones didn't really stick out to me.
Okay. Oh, Patrick, yeah, good explanation too. Yeah, definitely that insurmountable part kind of makes me cross off E, because it doesn't really, it just says we will need, in the passage it says we will need medical knowledge. It doesn't say, we need a huge amount of medical knowledge. And it says about the limits of human capacities. And so it's recognizing that there could be limits, but it's not saying that there are insurmountable limits. The answer is actually A. So the exploration of Mars will be carried out by people traveling in spacecraft and not by robots alone. And so the question being, the argument makes the assumption that. So in terms of the passage, it says for future missions, we need to know we need the medical knowledge in terms of limits of human capacities. But is that really the case? If as it says in A, what if and we see this in some space flights, what if they just send robots and not people? Then we don't really need to know about the medical knowledge in terms of human capacity in space, right?
Right. The only thing I kind of swayed away from A was because I didn't understand where the whole robots was coming from, so it was kind of like a new concept, I guess, coming in within this specific passage. So I was looking more so.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but the question says the argument makes the assumption. So that means if we have something like that, it means that something is missing from the passage. So that means that the answer may include new information.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of like a simple, like let's say the passage is like the frog was able to jump over a large river. And then landed safely on the other side, and then if they're saying, well, what's the assumption that's missing there? Like how was it able to jump over this really large river? And the correct answer might be, well, this type of frog has wings. And so that's not in the original passage, but because they're saying, the argument makes the assumption that it's saying that we're missing something, and it's possible that we're going to need some extra and possibly new information in order to make the passage still make sense overall.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it's good that you thought about that as a possibility, but for these types of questions, you can't necessarily rule out those kinds of answers.